Alrighty. So we've got some spare time today. So I want to start class by going over any questions to last night's homework, 595. Anybody have any questions on 595? Reminder that next week, Tuesday, okay? So we got a week from a couple of days ago. So 3 classes from now will be the Unit 5 test. Okay? Okay. It'll cover graphing, it'll cover graphing inequalities, it'll cover substitution, and it'll cover elimination. Good? Alright, so then, with that being said, retrieval. So on this one, so here on the first 3, I think it is, I want you to tell me how, first 3, tell me how each of the pairs, so it went from, so tell me how, so here, let's just do number 1 together. I'm trying to, in my brain, I'm trying to think of how I can describe it without muddling it up. So this is what we started. With me on that? Okay? So tell me what happened to go from there to there. Okay? What happened? To go from blue to the bottom one. To go from the top to the bottom. Divided by 3, which is what you had said, right? I just wanted to make sure he got it because it was dividing by 3. So we divided this by 3. We divided this by 3, and we divided by that by 3, and that got there. So the answer here, the operation that happened is you divided by 3. Okay? Then at the bottom, then you've got 2 graphing inequalities. Okay? So give me those 4. Do those 4 right now. By -6? Do you agree? I'll put a -6? Yep. Number 3. Subtract 4x on both sides?
Yeah.
Okay. Love it. All right. Graphing. I would use the intercept method here to graph this one. So the x-intercept is where y is going to be 0. So in my brain, I get rid of the y term, and I say -6x equals 12. Divide both sides by -6, and I get x equals -2. So that's going to be the y-intercept of -2, comma 0, or excuse me, the x-intercept of -2, comma 0. Then in my brain, I'm also doing a y-intercept, so I get rid of the x term, so then that's going to be 4y equals 12. Divide both sides by 4, so that's going to be y equals 3, so that's going to be the point 0, comma 3. 1, 2, and 3. Solid or dashed line? Solid line. It's an inequality, so it requires shading. So we're going to test point the origin. -6 times 0 is 0. 4 times 0 is 0. Is 0 greater than or equal to 12? Is 0 bigger than 12?
No.
No. So that's false. So I'm not going to shade on that side of the test point, but I am going to shade the other side. Same over here. 2x equals 6. So x is 3. So that goes to the point 3, 0. 6y equals 6. So y equals 1. So that goes to the point 0, 1. Solid or dashed line? Didn't go through the origin, so we can test point the origin. 2 times 0 is 0. 6 plus 0, or 6 times 0 is 0. 0 plus 0 is 0. Is 0 less than 6?
Yes.
Yes, that is true. So that means I'm going to shade on the same side as the test point. Which would be that side. Questions on any of those? All righty. Bless you. Pick one. 1, 2, 3, or 4. 4? Okay. All right. We'll do 4 together. And then you guys will do the other 3, and then I'll go over the other 3. Okay?
I don't want 4 anymore.
Too bad. Hey, you guys made your choice before you heard the entire scenario, so yeah. All right? So we want to solve number 4 using elimination. So we first need to pick a variable. Which variable do we want to eliminate? X, okay? Right? I heard X first. Okay? So if I want to eliminate X, that means that I got to get the same number in front of X. Is there a number that I can multiply 2 by to get 4? 2, okay, and I want to go -2 because I want it to be at -4, right? Okay? So I'm going to multiply here by -2, which means I'm going to multiply there by -2, which means I'm going to multiply there by -2. So my bottom equation is going to stay 4x plus 6y equals 28. My top equation now is going to become -4x minus 6y equals -28. I've got the same number, one positive, one negative. Now I can add them together. 4x plus -4x, 0. 6y plus -6y, 0 plus 0. 28 plus -28. 0. Is that a true statement? And I can't solve it because I got no variables, right? Okay? So that means what for my answer?
Infinite.
Infinite solutions. Yep, exactly. Almost threw an extra T in solutions. Okay? Handle? You solve the other 3 now. I'll give you a couple of minutes to get those other 3 solved. For the first one, I got 5, 2. 15 plus 8 is 23. 25 plus 6 is 31, so it checks out. Yes? Huh? We eliminated x on that one. Let's eliminate y on this one. So we multiply by 3. Multiply by -2. I get 2x equals 6. So x is 3. Four times 3 is 12. Four times 3 is 12. 2 times -2 is -4. 12 plus -4 is 8. Checks out in the first one. 3 times 5 is 15. 3 times -2 is -6. 15 plus -6 is 9. Checks out in the second one. 3 -2 is our answer there. Yes? Multiply the top equation by -3 gives me -9x minus 6y equals -60. Bottom equation stays 9x plus 6y equals 36. Zero, zero, zero. -24. That's a false statement, so this is a no solutions case. Handle? Alrighty. Homework tonight is 5.10, 5.10. I want to just talk quickly about it. So the first 4, I believe it's the first 4. Nope, I lied. The first 6 are like those opening ones that we did where you just tell me how it went from the first equation to the second equation. Okay? So that's the first 6. Okay? Then on the next few, is there 6 of them there? There's 6 of them there. On the next 6, you get to solve the system however you want it. If you want to solve it with substitution, great. If you want to solve it with elimination, great. However you want to solve it, that's how you get to solve it. Okay? All right? And then that goes through number 14. Okay? Then there's a 1 and a 2 graphing systems of inequalities. Okay? Good stuff.